It looks like I haven't slept in days just because I haven't. Welcome to Philosophical Friday. This is my series on where I will propose a philosophical thought of the week for you guys. All 5 of you who watch, thank you. So I'll try to do this every week because I like alliteration, and let's get into it. This week I'll be talking about my favorite philosophy, my favorite thought experiment, the ship of Theseus. So it goes: Theseus defeats the Minotaur, brings his head back to Greece, leaves a ship in the harbor. So they want to memorialize him, so they keep a ship there, and stuff's falling apart. So they have to replace things. So for simplicity, let's just say there are 1,000 planks of wood on this ship, just 1,000. The whole thing is made out of 1,000 planks of wood. Every year they're going to place one plank. So in 1,000 years, you're going to have a brand new ship. Well, not brand new, but I mean, one thing is going to be like a 999 years old. But yeah, ship of Theseus. You just blah 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 blah. Now this thought experiment, it calls the question: what is identity? Is that this ship of Theseus? If some dude was sitting on there for 1,000 years, he was granted the awesome lifespan of 1,000 years, which to me I think is pretty good. It's a pretty good lifespan. But he had to sit there, so he's got that boring. So it's kind of more like hell. So he's got to sit there for 1,000 years. But to him, that's a ship of Theseus. It took a little piece, you place a button on a shirt. It's still that same shirt. Identity. Now, John Locke, he pushed us a little further. Said, what if none of the planks were actually degrading? They were all invincible. They just replaced it one plank a year for 1,000 years just for the hell of it. So he's secretly building another ship of Theseus out of the original pieces. So now you've got 2. One, everyone's like, oh, this is a ship of Theseus. Wait, what the fuck is this? This is the ship of Theseus. I made it with all the original parts. Which one becomes the ship of Theseus? Is one more? Does one have a greater claim to be the ship of Theseus over the other, or none of them, or both? Who knows? Well, I mean, there are some arguments as to which one is which, but I'm not going to get into that. So if we push that, if we push that train of thought a little bit further, this is what keeps me up at night. I've got to have more eyes. To watch out. So we push this again. We push this a little further into the human aspect. Instead of a ship, it's a human. People get their legs blown off, their arms blown off. They need prosthetic limbs. They need a new heart. I believe most people would agree that, just because you lost a leg, you have a prosthetic leg, doesn't make you any different of a person. I mean, you might have an asshole who's like, nope, robot, sorry, that's not John anymore. That's some fucking android. Whatever. But I think most people would agree that it's the same person. Now, at what point does replacing limbs, organs, changing your hair, or whatever, at what point does that change your identity? I believe that none of that does. You're still that same person. And if we just keep pushing that train of thought even further, because, the technology is advancing and the singularity is coming. Say that we can completely copy a human brain. Everything you do, everything that's in your identity is based upon your past experiences. What you've been taught, what you've experienced. Now, there's 2 sides to this. Physically, you are a different person. You're the same person, but identity, whatever. You're a different person. All the atoms in your body have swapped out every 7 years or so. I don't remember the exact number. And metaphorically, you're not the same person. 7 years ago, I was a little shithead 16-year-old. Now I'm a little shithead 23-year-old. I think that's how you do math. Whatever. But yeah. So, you're not the same person you are 7 years ago. But if everything's based upon what your prior experience. If someone copied all of your memories and made an exact replica of your body, put all those memories in that thing's head, it would, up until the point where it copied that 100 times out of 100 times, when that thing is faced with a decision to make, it's going to make the same exact decision as you would, because it's drawing upon all the experiences it thinks it's had. It's going to think it's you. And if someone were to just shoot you in the head and release this thing onto the world, no one would be able to tell the difference, because they would act exactly like you. And you know what? That thing would think it's you. Only you would know that it's not you. So yeah, that's the kind of shit that keeps me up at night. I hope you guys enjoyed that. There'll be more in the future. So have fun.